Hello, how are you? I'm just going to check to make sure that I am live. I think I am. It looks like I am. Okay, so I'm live. Hi, everyone. It's me, Washington, and I know it's been a long time since I have come on here live, but I'm here. I'm here. Let's see here. Let's close out some things. I'm here to share on the topic of what to do. How do you handle when you are on the verge? When you have been on the verge forever, for a long time. I'm just trying to make sure that it's showing me that there's an issue with the live stream. So I just want to make sure that I have covered my bases and closed out everything. Okay. Um, okay. I think I've done it. So anyway, I'm here to share what to do. How do you handle being on the verge, especially on the verge of breakthrough, especially when you've been on the verge forever? Like it's been, you feel you heard God say something to you. He put something in your heart to do, like something that you were going to accomplish. And yet it has been days, it's been weeks, it's been months, maybe it's even been years. And you feel like you're on the verge of that breakthrough, but it hasn't come to pass, right? Anyone, I mean, if you have experienced that or if you can relate to that, let me know in the chat. I know it's not just me. I've experienced that more than once, more than twice. I've experienced that many times. So I just want to share, and let me say this real quick. If I'm done recording this and I realize that there's an issue with it, I'll just do it again because I think this is an important message, especially at this time of year when we're trying to wrap up the year and we're looking into the new year and saying, 2022 has got to be better. And, I think this is an important message. So if there are issues, I will re-record. However, I'm just going to push through. So what do you do when you feel like you've been on the verge forever? I'm going to share 3 things that I'm encouraging you to do. And I'll share some stories. Some of the stories, really just 2 stories, are from the Bible. And, if Christianity is not your faith, not your religion, I'll share a little bit about, the context of those stories, just so you know. Okay. So what do you do when you're on the verge? And that verge, right, has been days, weeks, and months, and maybe even years. The first thing I want to say is keep the vision in front of you. Keep the vision in front of you. It's easier said than done, What does that mean? How do you do that? How do you keep the vision in front of you? Well, the first thing I'll say regarding that is to write the vision. Write that vision down. It's one thing to have your dream here or in here. It's another thing to write it down, put it on a vision board, put it in your vision journal, your dream journal, whatever that looks like for you, and keep it in front of you constantly so that you don't forget it, so that you don't move on to the next thing and the next thing and the next thing spoken from a person, from the lips of a person who has done that many times. Write that vision down and keep it in front of you. Because if God gave that to you, even if it has taken weeks, months, years, He will bring it to pass. His time is not our time. So keep it in front of you on your vision board, in your vision journal. Okay. The second thing I want to share, and I'll share a little later, a resource for you on how you can write it down and put it in some place that's like creative and inspiring and will keep that vision in front of you. So number 2, the second point I want to share on how to navigate being on that verge, and when that verge has taken forever, is don't try to help God. Don't try to put things in place that he didn't ask you to put in place. So I say this, and I think so many examples come to mind. I mean, um, I think of Abraham and how God told him, you're going to be the father of many nations. And, Sarah, his wife, laughed at that and was like, how's that going to happen when we're this old? And so then she took it a step further and said, well, because even though God said this, um, because we're old, why don't you go and have a child with my maid? And so that caused a ruckus. It caused, a ruckus forever. And so point number two, it's a don't instead of a do. So it's a don't, but it's a do. Don't try to help God. How you wait is even more important than the wait. How are you waiting during that time? Are you complaining and griping and saying, Lord, I thought you said? It's one thing to say, to take it back to God and say, but God, you said this. But how you say that and what's in your heart as you say that is even more important. How are you waiting? How are you handling that in between phase of the promise and it coming to pass? What are you doing in the meantime? How are you waiting? Are you positive about it? Are you cheering others on as they're experiencing their breakthroughs? Are you, continuing to thank God in advance? I mean, there's a right way, and there's definitely many wrong ways to wait for the promise, for the fulfillment of the promise. So how you wait is just as important. And a story I think of with this is and the Israelites, Joshua and the Israelites, they were on the verge of capturing the city, and God told them, for the next 7 days, I want you to march around the walls, these walls that are this is like a fortress. This is fortifying the city. I want you to walk around the wall one time for 6 days. On the seventh day, I want you to walk around the wall 7 times. What kind of sense does that make? We're trying to capture this city. We don't even know how we're going to do it. And you're telling us to walk around the wall one time and then that's it? Like, what kind of sense does that make? But they did it. And so the season that you're in, and I'm speaking to myself as well, the season that you're in, the things that God might be telling you to do might not make sense, especially when you feel like I'm on the verge, like it's right in front of me. So why am I not, why haven't I captured it yet? Why have I not overcome this yet? Why has my breakthrough not happened yet? And so the things that God might be telling you might not make sense, but do them anyway. And so they did this. They walked around on day one time. Day two, one time. Day 3, 4, 5, and 6, one time around the wall. On day 7, they walked around one time. The second time, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. On the 7th time, they had the musicians blow the trumpets. And guess what happened? Well, those that have read the Bible and read the story in the Bible, you know that the walls came crashing, tumbling down. They got the promise that God had promised them. So they were on the verge, but they waited in the way that he wanted them to wait. They handled it the way that God ordered them to handle it. And so how you wait is even more important than the wait itself. All right. So number 1 was keep the vision in front of you. Vision journal, vision board, vision notebook, on your screensaver, on your desktop, on your phone. Keep the vision in front of you. Number 2 was don't try to help God. And also how you handle the weight is more important. Number 3 is to keep the faith. Keep the faith. This, when I say keep the faith, this does not minimize the challenge. This does not minimize what you're trying to attain. This does not minimize the struggles, you know, but it's possible to keep the faith in spite of all of that. And I want to ask you, what is it that you see? Right? And so for this, I'm going to share a story. It still involves Joshua and Caleb, and it involves the people of Israel as well. So they were to go. Oh, I see some comments. Hey, y'all. Okay. All right. Good. So they were to, God sent 12 spies into the land, of Canaan. Said, go out and spy the land. This is the land that I'm going to give to you. You're going to possess. They had been on the verge. They had been waiting to get to this land for some time. And God said, okay, send 12 spies. 12 spies. Do you know 10 out of 12? For my math people, that's 5 out of 6. 5 out of 6 is what? 0.876 or something like that. Anyway, do the math. But majority of the spies, 10 out of 12 of them came back and said, we saw giants. We can't capture, there's no way. They said, this is impossible. Let me look at my notes. They said, we can't. 10 of them saw giants. 2 of them, Joshua and Caleb, saw God. So what do you see? What is the perspective that you're coming into this, that you're keeping in front of you while you're in this verge, this season of being on the verge? What do you see? Do you see God or do you see giants? 2 people saw God. Thank goodness for the 2 people that saw God. So what is your perspective? Are you comparing what the challenge with, are you comparing the challenge, the giant, with yourself? Or are you comparing that giant, that challenge, with God? If you compare it with yourself, you lose every time. Sorry, spoiler alert. If you compare the challenge, the giants in front of you, the struggles, the bad news, all of that, you compare it with yourself, you lose every single time. But if you compare it with God, you win every single time. Speaking of giants, let's talk about David, right? Again, the Israelites, they had the giant Goliath was terrorizing them, and all they saw was doom and gloom. Woe is us. We're about to, this is it for us. David saw the giant, compared the giant with his God, and said, we win because of God. And so, point number 3, again, keep the faith. What do you see? Keep the faith. Keep that faith in front of you. Hold on to what God said. So, to wrap up, how you navigate being on the verge, even if you've been on the verge forever, is number 1, keep the vision in front of you. Number 2, don't try to help God. Wait, and wait with the right attitude. And number 3, keep the faith. Okay, so I said that I would share a resource. Let me make sure that I show this to you. This is my Me and My Big Dreams journal for big, audacious goals. And it's currently on sale. Yeah, it's on sale right now. I'll put the link in the chat. It's on sale. It was on sale for Black Friday, for Saturday, Sunday, and the sale ends today. And then it go back to regular price. Regular price is still good, right? It's $24.99 only. But on sale, it's $19.99 only. And this has helped me, and it has helped others to put down your dreams and keep them in front of you, your vision in front of you. So let me let me just share a little bit about what is in here, and then we'll wrap it up. So um, I'll also say that you can do this. You can use this as like a 30-day jump start. And I'll show you how you can do that. But you can also extend it out for as long as you like or as you need to. And I'll show you how to do that as well. So in here, I'm reading out the table of contents. We have the categories, 13 key categories for goal setting and dream achieving and vision casting. And the 13 categories are mindset. What are your mindset goals? Spiritual. What are your spiritual goals? Financial, family, health and wellness, career, business, savings, lifestyle, philanthropic, behavioral, education, and of course, recreation. I'm reading these out because sometimes when we think of goals, we think of, especially at this time of year, I got to lose weight. I got to save money. But there are other goals that we can set to be our best, well-rounded selves. And so I have 13 key areas in here for you to set goals. And so that's, if you're writing down and capturing those one a day, that's 13 days already. Now, this is at the end of the journal. At the beginning of the journal, we start with a lot of what do I want to say? Um, like really digging deep into knowing who you are. There are questions in here that I ask or you answer for yourselves. I'll just give one example. 10 words that describe you. Now, first of all, that sounds like it could be easy, but each time I've gone through this with people, even asking for 5 words that describe you, you'd be surprised that we tend to, especially the brilliant women that I work with, we tend to not want to hype ourselves up. We want to minimize who we are. And so this will help you really just get connected and speak some truth about who you are. So, and there's several of those. And guess what? It comes to 17. So if you do one of those a day for 17 days, and then you move to the 13 key areas of your goal setting for your life, that gives you 30 days of really just writing down and acknowledging your big dreams. Now, again, you can spread this out over time, and there's no limit to how long or how short you do this. Again, this has helped me and it has helped others. And I want to end by sharing this. We are still in 2021. I know that 2022 is looming. It's very close. We're almost there. But there are some things that you heard God say that you should hope for and plan for and set as a goal for 2021. And maybe it hasn't come to pass yet. There's still time. I shared a story recently that for me, one year, it wasn't this year, but one year, there was something that I wanted. It was in my, it was a vision that I had put down for myself for that year. And wouldn't you know it, on December 28th, 3 days before the end of the year, God brought it to pass. And so that same God, he is an on-time God. He doesn't do it in our time. He doesn't do it in our ways. And I know I'm preaching to the choir, but somebody needed to be reminded of this, that even on December 31st, it is not too late for God. So if he told it to you, don't give up. You can look to 2022, but don't forget about 2021. We can still finish 2021 strong. I'm so excited about the cohort of Finish Strong folks that I have this year in our Finish Strong mastermind. They are brilliant and they are doing wonderful things. And the point is, those goals that you set for yourself, those goals, those dreams that God put in your heart, you can still work on them. Yes, you can look forward to 2022 and cast a vision for 2022. But 2021 is not done yet. Okay? And I'm going to go check comments and respond, but I want to encourage you. I will put the link in the chat. I want to encourage you to get me and my big dreams journal for big, audacious goals. Set those big, audacious goals and watch what God will do in you and through you. All right. Until next time, I'll see you later. Bye.